Hi, my name's Louise Prunty. I'm from Chrysalis House Publishing and I'm here with Michelle Mone, who's famous for the Mone OBE.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi Michelle, nice to meet
hello. Here in Dublin.
So, Michelle, you've had a #1 best-selling book today. It just launched, so how does that feel?
Yeah, I mean it's quite surreal at the moment. It launched at midnight last night on Amazon and it's going into all the bookstores today, W.H. Smith and Waterstones, etc. And it just feels weird. It's taken me quite a long time to do it. But yeah, it feels good and you're here on my special day.
Yeah, it's fabulous. If you had a turning point in your career, have you had a turning point where things just flipped about and changed? What was it and what was it about that situation that changed?
Well, I think there's several points in that, and you know I can explain it more in the book. But several points where a distributor ran off with some money, and suddenly you think everything's going amazing, and then suddenly you're in real trouble. So I suppose that was a really difficult time, and there's a chapter about it in the book. And then I suppose it's public now. My divorce from my husband and my business partner, that was a very difficult time as well, and I do believe that we all go through difficult times in life, both in personal and in business, but what you've got to do is just hold on as tightly as you can, and tomorrow's a new day, and be determined and have that can-do attitude. And it's a lot more difficult for the others out there, but at the time you feel as if you're the only one going through this, which is not the case. And as Rafiki says in The Lion King, it's the circle of life, and it's really, really true. It is the circle of life, and we all go through this, and it's what the world is all about.
Yeah.
But you can get through it if you remain determined.
Yeah, fantastic. Is there any one piece of advice that you've been given that's had a huge impact in your career?
Several, but one that always sticks in my mind every time I wake up in the morning, and that is work the hardest you can work, play the hardest you can play, and always give something back. And I try and do those three things every day. There's no point in working so hard if you can't have fun at it. Yeah. We don't all want to wake up in the morning and go, oh, God, I've got to go to my work. There's nothing worse. Yeah. And then I also believe that successful people should try and do their bit, which is why I'm here today doing my bit as well, even though I'm launching my book.
I know, busy lady.
busy, yeah.
If there's one piece of advice you could give to start-up entrepreneurs, or a few pieces of advice, what were the key things to survive your first year in business?
The first year in business is the most difficult year, and what I would do is build a solid business plan. Always check out your competitors. You've got to know exactly what they're doing. How's their product versus yours in terms of quality, in terms of marketing, PR, price, positioning. You've got to look at all of that, and don't spend the first check as soon as it comes in. Keep your money for a rainy day, and keep building up on that. And don't think, oh, I'm going to go out to Dubai and have this amazing holiday. Just keep tight rein on things. Cash is king, and you never know when you might need it. And I would just say, work your hardest, and don't start lying in your bed because you're not having to work for someone else. Get out of your bed and do a good day's job. Go to bed satisfied and wake up determined. That's what I do every day.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay. Do you think there's a huge divide between male and female entrepreneurs now, or do you think that divide's closing?
I've really not bothered too much about it. I think if we always get caught up on always looking for problems, then that's just negative for me. Of course it's challenging being a woman in business, but it's challenging for a guy as well.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing is once a woman gets her confidence, she can almost do anything. So I always want to help women with their confidence, but I don't get too caught up on this whole male, female.
And
Yeah, I think that we just need to get on with it, and
definitely.
we can't just keep making excuses. I think excuses are what a lot of people do, and if they stop doing that and actually look at themselves and put the energy into themselves, I think they'll find that they'll get much better results.
Have you got any advice for people who with a very low marketing budget, what sort of things they should be thinking about to publicise themselves? Or a way of thinking, or how you come up with your ideas?
I think that, you know, when you think outside the box, you'll come up with a lot more creative ideas. Don't think that you can just throw money at things, because that doesn't work. Big fat checkbooks don't mean success. And I think just think outside the box, be creative, don't do what your competitors do, be different, and innovation is key. So and if you do all of that, you will succeed.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.